Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hey guys, it's Robert from the College Investor here, and I am going to talk to you today about something a little different, and I'm going to talk about life insurance. Specifically, I'm going to talk about Ethos Life Insurance, which is a unique company that makes your life insurance experience super easy by doing it all online. So why are we talking about life insurance here? Because if you are a young adult and have a young family, life insurance is a necessity. What would happen to you if you were gone and you weren't there to provide an income? Their life would change completely, and their current style of living would just vanish. And you don't want that for a grieving family. And even worse, if you have private student loans and you have a co-signer on those private student loans, if you pass away, the co-signer could have to pay the whole entire balance of your private student loan debt back immediately. Could they afford that? Would you want to put that financial burden on them? That's why you need life insurance, and that's why we were looking for easy ways to get life insurance. The cool thing with Ethos is that they offer term life insurance. They are a financial technology company that makes life insurance easy. It used to be so hard to get life insurance, and they had huge applications, and you'd have to call or go see an insurance dealer, and the whole thing is just a mess. Well, Ethos has really been trying to use technology and a nice interface and simplify the whole thing as much as possible. And we're going to talk about how easy it is right now. So first off, Ethos can be found at getethos.com. If you don't know how to spell that, or I'm not enunciating well for you, you can go to thecollegeinvestor.com/episode 21, and all the links are going to be right there for you. That's thecollegeinvestor.com/episode 21. Well, when you get to their website, the first thing you're going to see is a place for a quick quote. Ethos has made the process of receiving an insurance quote extremely simple, as in like only 4 fields that you have to fill out. And the quote is actually fairly accurate. Yes, it's not 100% accurate, but it's fairly accurate. But the big question remains, how much insurance should you get? That's going to be the driver of the quote for you. In general, I think you want to get about 10 times your income in insurance. That way, there's enough money there to take care of your family's needs for a while to come. So if you're making $50,000 a year, you'll probably want to get about $500,000 in insurance. This will provide for about 10 years of income for your family, and this also assumes you're the breadwinner and have children. The other thing to think about is if you have student loan debt. So let's just say you have $100,000 or $200,000 of student loans. Well, you might want to cover that specifically with a policy, or you might want to add that on top of your regular policy. So if you were already thinking about getting a $500,000 policy, but have $100,000 in student loans, maybe you get a $600,000 policy. That way your family can get your debt gone and still have that $500,000 to live off of and take care of themselves when you're gone. So for most applicants, you're probably going to find the monthly cost, though, of this term insurance well below $100 a month, which is super affordable for most people, especially for the peace of mind that it brings. Of course, the more life insurance you need, the older you are, or if you have any medical conditions, the more costly it will be. But that's what makes Get Ethos so easy. You can see this right on their homepage without really doing much work to see if it's even going to be in the ballpark for your family. The one thing with Ethos is that they only offer one type of insurance, which is actually okay with us. They only offer term life insurance. And what that means is you pay a fixed monthly rate for the entire term of the insurance. So if you're going to get a 20-year policy, you pay the same dollar amount every month for 20 years, no matter what. I personally don't believe in getting any other type of insurance. Don't look at whole life or universal life insurance if you follow me on The College Investor. You should never combine insurance with savings or investing. It's a bad deal for you, and I will gladly break it down on the blog if you want to learn more about it. But in almost every case, I'm not going to say every case, but 99.5% of times, whole life insurance and universal life insurance is the wrong choice for most people. Term life insurance is the way to go. But going back to Ethos, because they are so focused on this one type of insurance, they don't have any upsells. They don't have anything they're trying to steer you into. And they have streamlined the process so easily because they're not doing all these different branches. If they were trying to sell whole life insurance, it's super complex and there's so many different aspects to it. There's commissions and money, and the whole thing gets really bad for the consumer. So Ethos makes it easy, term life insurance, and just like knocks it out of the park with it. So their application process is like this. It's all done 100% online. And after you get your quote on that homepage, you start moving through the process. They ask you your basic info like your name, address, social security number. They ask about your lifestyle. Do you hang glide? Do you do things like that? They ask about your health. Have you ever had certain medical conditions? Then you have to put your payment info in, and then you get a confirmation screen. Compared to traditional life insurance companies, it is so easy to get life insurance. But you might be thinking to yourself, is it reliable? Because that's a little scary, right? This little startup company, like, are they going to be around in 10 years if I do get insurance for them? Well, you have to realize that they are just the processor and servicer of your insurance. Your actual insurance is going to be backed by some of the largest companies in the United States. Munich Reinsurance, Aon, Assurity, RGA. So they're guaranteed by companies that are rated very highly if anything were to happen. And if you need to file a claim, you have to send an email to them and they take care of you from there. The big thing that Ethos doesn't have versus some of their competitors is phone or chat support. So since it is all online, they really keep you in this online funnel, and there's not a lot of great ways to call or chat with somebody if you need to. So that's the hard part. Will you be approved though? So if we're going to break it down, so you might be wondering, well, how does it know all this stuff? Like when I did this other life insurance stuff in the past, like maybe you had more questions. Well, the cool thing is Ethos does a lot of technology on the back end to see if you're going to get approved. They can pull all this data that you might not know exists about you out there in the world, but it does. And so in many cases, you might not even need to get a medical exam or anything. But if you do need a medical exam, you will have to schedule that, and they'll send someone to your house or your work, and you can get your medical exam pretty easily. But when are your payments due? There's a 30-day grace period, but don't go past that. And it's all set up automatically when you set up your billing. So just realize there's a lot of different options for you. And Ethos is available in almost all states. So they're not everywhere yet, but they'll probably be everywhere here in the next few months. So realize that it might not be in your state yet, but if it's coming soon, check them out when they do get there. The big thing to remember is Ethos isn't a traditional insurance company. By focusing on a single, simple product, they've been able to cut the costs and offer extremely competitive consumer pricing. While there isn't a front-facing phone number or chat, you can always contact them through email. But you'll just need to be comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, you might want to go with one of their competitors. Doesn't mean you should avoid Ethos, but realize if that's your thing and not doing everything online. Like, I'm okay doing everything online. I don't like to talk to people, but I'm not the only person in this world, and I know some of you guys might want to talk to real people. So that's the difference. Honestly, if you're looking for term life insurance or haven't shopped around for a policy lately, check them out, getethos.com, or go to thecollegeinvestor.com/episode 21. And you'll see everything you need to know about this company and how this term life insurance works online. Cool, guys. I hope you found that informative, maybe something interesting to think about, and give it a shot. And if you do try them out, let me know how it goes in the comments. I love to hear about how it goes because it helps us formulate our reviews for the future. Thanks, guys, and be sure to tune into the show tomorrow. All right, thanks.